Salutations everyone, and welcome to What Mattered, the show where I tell you what mattered in the news this week, and boy did a lot matter. We are hitting the busy season, folks, 'cause it's gonna be non-stop until December. One of the big stories of the week is we finally have some information about the Assassin's Creed movie starring Michael Fassbender. It was always up in the air. It's like, is he playing the main character? Is he just going to be in a producing role? And yes, he is going to be playing the main character, and it's not Ezio, it's not Altair, hell, it's not even fucking Connor. He's his own new character that does still take place within the Assassin's Creed universe. So while they do have, like, all of this awesome backstory and all of this already done character development, they decided to go with a brand new character. His name is Callum Lynch, and he will be set in the present day, going in an Animus, so we're going to have present day as well as the ancestry, being able to relive the memories of his ancestor Aguilar in 15th century Spain. So this decision kind of makes sense. You don't have to worry about him not looking like Altair or Desmond or whoever. You don't have to worry about him not fitting into whatever place that they put them in. This way we know we have a good actor in his own role. We also don't have to worry about them, you know, changing things and disappointing fans, but like, they didn't do this scene or they changed this or whatever. So it gives them a little bit more freedom, but it is still within the Assassin's Creed universe. It's a shared universe, so like Altair and Desmond and you know, Clay and everyone still exists in the universe that this movie takes place. Abstergo's going to be there, there's going to be an Animus, and a brand new story. So while it would have been nice to see, you know, Desmond and, you know, that storyline being played through, whether with Altair or Ezio, I understand, you know, the change. That way they have more creative freedom, but they're still say they're going to be familiar faces, and of course a lot of familiar things for all us huge Assassin's Creed fans. And it's going to be coming out next year, December 21st of 2016. I believe that's the same weekend that Star Wars Rogue One comes out, so that's going to be a hell of a day for me. And I super duper can't wait. This could be the first good video game movie of all time, and it could be amazing if they do it right. And so far, there's no reason to be disappointed because we have a fantastic actor and they have, you know, freedom to make this the best movie possible without restrictions or disappointing the hardcore fans. And in other video game movie adaptation news, it was announced this week that there's going to be a Borderlands movie produced by Lionsgate. We have Avi Arad attached to the project, who seems to be attached to every project when it gets, you know, first, you know, pitched. He's like been attached to a lot of other things in the past. He's, you know, been with a lot of Marvel early movies up until like when the MCU first was started, and then he left, and then he's still stood up with Spider-Man on Sony, and he's been doing like a lot of other things that are kind of hit and miss. But Borderlands could be a fantastic movie. It depends on, like, you know, where they do it, you know, what characters they want to incorporate or not incorporate. But, you know, there's going to have that Borderlands feel and theme that should be easy to reproduce in a cinematic form, with the humor, with the action, with the atmosphere. Some people are like, oh great, so it's going to be a Mad Max ripoff, because people think Borderlands was a ripoff of Mad Max. You know, it has the similarities. It's completely different in so many different ways. It could be a fantastic film if they get the humor right, the action right, if they have, you know, likable characters and dislikable characters, you know, if they wanted to go with the Handsome Jack route, which would skip the first game but wouldn't be too disappointing to a lot of people and would be kind of understanding, especially since so many people enjoyed the Handsome Jack story arc through the last three Borderlands games, as opposed to the first one, which was great in its own right. I don't think would lend itself as well to that sort of movie translation, but whatever characters they want to use, whatever storyline they want to use, it can work. Lionsgate, we know, is one of the better production companies out there, and if they get the right people attached, a good script, and a decent budget for, you know, an unproven franchise in the cinematic realm, as well as, you know, video games not getting a good track record when it comes to movie adaptations. We just had the new Agent 47 movie came out, which didn't do well with either critics or at the box office, so hopefully Assassin's Creed can pave the way. We have the Sly Cooper movie coming out as well, which, you know, should actually at least pave the way for, you know, video game adaptations that are kid-friendly, and hopefully that next step will be Borderlands, which can appeal to a lot of people because of how humorous it is. Razer announced a new Xbox One controller that will be coming out in October, so the same time as the Xbox Elite controller, at the same price as the Elite controller for $150, called the Razer Wildcat, which will be their third in line of competitive Xbox controllers starting on the 360. They had the Razer Onza, and they had the Razer Sabertooth, and now we have the Razer Wildcat. I myself owned both Onza and Sabertooth, and they all broke. I loved those controllers, but the cheap plastic parts would break. You couldn't have them last more than a year. I owned two Onzas and a Sabertooth that broke one of the toggles because cheap plastic. This one seems to be a bit more sturdy with more metal parts. It's also wired and lightweight like the other controllers that Razer has made for Xbox. Retailing at $150 and coming out at the same time as the Xbox Elite Pro controller at the same price. It'll be interesting to see how those two stack up, along with the SCUF Infinity, which did come out in June with some, you know, not as much customizable or as many things that you can do on the Elite controller. But Razer, they makes fantastic, good feeling controllers. They just don't seem to last well. So I might hold off on that. I'm really looking forward to the Pro controller that Xbox is making, since it's, you know, going to be first party with really high grade aluminum interchangeable easy parts with more customization than the SCUF Infinity. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, what the differences are, and you know, which is going to be better, because that market is going to be pretty competitive, it seems like. In our first month of PlayStation Plus subscribers being able to vote on their free game for this month, we have our first winner in Grow Home that will be available for free for all PlayStation Plus subscribers on PlayStation 4, along with Super Ultra Time Force, Teslagrad, and Xeodrifters. PlayStation 3 owners are getting Teslagrad and Twisted Metal, and as Vita owners are getting La Maluna EX as well as Xeodrifters. Xbox games for gold go as follows for Xbox One. Starting off the month will be Dear God for free for the first half of the month, and the second half of the month will be Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, which makes me feel dumb because I bought this about a year ago and I still haven't played it, and now I can get it for free in a couple of days. And 360 owners will be getting Battle Stations Pacific and Crysis 3. Nintendo dropped a crap ton of information on their upcoming everything for the end of the year. We have Super Mario Maker coming out on the 11th of September, Yoshi's Woolly World on October 16th at $50, along with the Amiibos. And then you have the big Yoshi Amiibo that was announced as well. A new combo pack that goes on sale will be including Super Mario Bros. Wii U and Super Luigi U. We have Fatal Frame Maiden of the Black Water for just $50 on October 22nd. You can play the prologue Chapter 1 and most of Chapter 2 for free if you want to give it a shot. Unfortunately, it is digital only, so you're going to have to get some memory if you want to play this game. Star Fox Zero has an official release date at November 20th for a full retail price of $60. And then Xenoblade Chronicles X gets its Western release on December 4th for $60 as well. We have Devil's Third, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, that'll be in the holidays, and Shovel Knight is getting a physical release for Wii U in October at $25. We got our 3DS games in Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, Chibi Robo Ziplash, Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes on October 23rd. That will be big. We got Yokai Watch finally making its Western translation over in November 7th for $40. Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon on November 20th for $40. For Amiibo news, we have the Mii Fighter 3 pack, which has an official date launch of November 1st. Not to be outdone, on the 13th, we get Mewtwo finally. We have the Mega Yarn Yoshi, will go on sale on the 15th of November for $40. It is adorable and it was huge. It will activate a double Yoshi, a second Yoshi, to use at any point in the middle of a stage, as well as the ability to save a player's favorite Yoshi pattern to the amiibo. And finally, Falco will be coming on November 20th. And to add to that list, we got the huge leak that, like, we've seen these leaks before about possible new Smash characters and or amiibos. Well, this one was leaked and it officially came out via Game Grumps. The Shovel Knight amiibo is coming out. That will be on November 27th. It unlocks a co-op mode in the Wii U version, as well as challenge and customizable armor modes in both Wii U and 3DS. This has a lot of people wondering, is he coming to Smash 4? Well, this is the biggest sign pointing towards yes. It's not absolutely official. It is the first third-party and indie-developed character becoming an amiibo for Nintendo. It will also unlock future content in all Yacht Club games on Nintendo platforms, and a lot of people are really happy. And they would be even happier if he was officially included in Smash 4. We have the official lineup of the allegiances on Civil War via Jeremy Renner on Twitter, confirming the rumors Iron Man's team will be comprised of Iron Man, War Machine, The Vision, Black Widow, and Black Panther. Captain's team is comprised of himself, the Falcon, Bucky Barnes, Hawkeye, Ant-Man, and in a surprise, Agent 13, Sharon Carter from Winter Soldier, his apartment friend, and will be a part of this team as well. Noticeably absent are Scarlet Witch and Spider-Man, even though we know for a fact they're in the movie. We've seen them on set, but no word on where they're going to be playing a role in the film so far. Many of you might know that Amazon is trying to get a Galaxy Quest TV show off the ground. They have nailed the original director, the original producer, co-producer, and writer of the film. We just have no word on the cast if any of them are included or if they're going in a completely different direction. While Galaxy Quest is a phenomenal film, and I think a lot of people would love to see a lot more of it, including myself, whether it be in a television show or a movie sequel, without the original cast, it's going to be kind of hard to sell, especially since getting that cast is going to be really hard, because it's got huge stars like Sigourney Weaver and Tim Allen and Alan Rickman and Tony Shalhoub. That's going to be a huge cast if they can get them together for a web series show. We know that web series can get some pretty big actors and win awards and be, really highly regarded, but, getting these kind of people together for a TV show of a movie that they made a long time ago, sounds like a pretty difficult task, but if they can pull it off, that would be amazing. Anywho, thank you all for watching. If you'd like to know what matters in the future, you're gonna hit the subscribe button when these comes out every single Saturday. Leave your comments below on anything that I mentioned this week, and I will see you next time.